Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We're surrounded by books. That means we have a book haul, and it's only one of two things. Today it's a haul. So I'm doing two separate hauls. So do not think I bought all these books at once. That was not the case. Two separate hauls. So this first stack is from Black Friday. Target had buy two get one free, and then I'm also a Target Circle member, so that was another thing. And then I price matched. So at Target you can price match with Amazon and Walmart, and whichever one is cheaper they will honor that. So I did that as well. And then these are some more Target books that I wanted. Well, I mean, I just went to Target because I knew I could get them cheaper. Because we try to save money when we can. So we do have a lot of books this haul. I am going to try to not take a long time. We'll see if that happens. It usually doesn't, but yeah. So to start, we're gonna do The Front Runner by Elsie Silver. So this is her first series, but it's being republished with new covers and then new spines. She's in this stack right here. So she has three cowboy romance western series out there, and they do all kind of interconnect. It's said to read this series first. There's 4 books in this series, and then her other series, I have 3 books in that one, but they have 5 in that one, and then she has another series. I have 2 books in that one. The 3rd book is coming out. It's okay if you don't read them in the publication order. It's not gonna mess up your understanding, but like some characters from other books make appearances and so forth, and you kind of just get a better understanding of everything if you read them in order. I didn't, because I didn't know she had the first series when I started reading Elsie, so it's fine. But I've been looking forward to this one. And then after this one, only one more, and I think that one comes out sometime this month as well, and then I'll get that one as well, so I have the complete series. And also only the first edition books will have this emblem of it, so they match up on the spine, and then it also builds a mountain. Okay, now let's get into reading the book. He's beautiful, brooding, and bossy, and she just agreed to 3 fake dates with him. Stefan Delka is public enemy number 1 in this small town, a prickly outsider with a murky past that's hard to overlook. All he wants is to race his horses and be left alone. But when veterinarian Mira Thorne needs his help to save a sick foal, he's too drawn to her to refuse. In exchange, he wants her. Their time together starts as a simple transaction, but the more Mira gets to know Stefan, the more she wonders if he isn't quite the villain everyone's made him out to be. With every intimate conversation and lingering look, the tension between them builds. She's been drawn to Stefan since the day she laid eyes on him, but now he's downright irresistible. Mira knows sleeping with the enemy is playing with fire, but like a moth to a flame, she's attracted to the mysterious man in a way those closest to her wouldn't approve of or understand. And the more Stefan softens for her, the harder she falls. But as his mysteries unravel, so do hidden truths. Truths that are bound to get someone burned. Mira just didn't expect that someone to be her. So I'm wondering what secrets he has. As we can also see, it's like a quick read. I feel like Elsie's first series are shorter than like the books she writes now. They're a little bit more. Not that short and simple is not good, because I'm gonna read it, as we can tell by all the books. Like, Elsie Silver is an automatic buy. She does really good with Western cowboy romance. Chef's kiss. They're great. And I've enjoyed books 1 and 2 in the series already, so I'm looking forward to this one. And we love a fake dating, because fake dating, there's always real feelings behind it, so you know it's gonna be good. Yeah, we're looking forward to this one. And then this has 359 pages. And I didn't say this, but I will put the original price and then the price I got it for on the screen. But the original price for this was $17.99. Next we have Pucked by Helena Hunting. Cute. It's been on my list. And then look at these edges. So it's our main characters, and then the hockey and the books. And I believe this is only for the first print run. She thought it was just one night, but hockey's biggest player wants more in this clever and sexy rom-com. Don't miss the New York Times best-selling series from Helena Hunting. I have zero interest in legendary hockey player Alex Waters or his pretty, beat-up face and six-pack abs. Having a famous pro athlete for a stepbrother means I'm aware that a lot of these guys are notorious F-boys. The only hockey games I attend are under duress. That is, until Alex starts talking books to me. Then he becomes more than just a hot body with a face to match. And soon I discover just how good Alex is with a hockey stick in his pants. But I consider our night of orgasmic magic just that, one night. Except Alex starts to call and text and email and send extravagant and quirky gifts. Suddenly, he's too difficult to ignore and nearly impossible not to like. The problem, Alex is a total player, and me, I don't want to be a part of the game. Short and simple. So obviously it starts off as like one night single fling, and it seems like Alex starts catching feelings first, and homegirl is like, I already know the deal. Players, hockeys are players. And she, as she said, she doesn't want to be a part of that game. But I think some feelings are going to start to develop, even because it says that Alex starts to talk books with me. So she's probably a book reader. And maybe it comes out that he also reads books. So that's something that they have in common. And we can build upon there. It also seems like a quick read, like it's not that thick, so it might be moving fast paced. I like fast paced romances. And then it seems like this is also going to be a series, and hopefully this is book one. Let me see at the front. Okay, so yeah, there's a Pucked series, and Pucked is book one. In this cover it lists all the books, so maybe this was like already published and then they're being republished with new covers. But the amount of pages are 355, so yeah, pretty quick. And then the original price $17.99. Next we have The Half King by Melissa Landers. I've been waiting for this book to come out. Okay, look at her edges. They're beautiful. We have the edges here. And then we have a design on the hardcover itself. And then we also have in-page designs. And these are our main characters. How cute. It's the same, but so nice, so nice. Now this is a romantasy. So, a king by day, shadow by night. The great betrayal changed everything for the allied realm. Long ago, the kingdom's noble houses rose up against the goddess, and for their treachery, the firstborn of each noble family was cursed. One with perilous beauty, one with destructive knowledge, one with insatiable bloodlust. But the royal house, Mortara, received the worst affliction of all. For while the king exists during the day, he fades into nothingness at night until his 21st birthday, when he will be lost to the shadows forever. Now, an acolyte has arrived at court. Like all the second-born children of the allied realm, she's destined to serve the goddess and become a seer. Only Cersei Salone has no gift of foretelling. In fact, she has no magical gift at all. Instead, she's surrounded by courtiers and priests, smiling psychopaths whose hearts are filled with secrets and lies. At the center of it all sits His Majesty King Hannibal Mortara, with his haunting eyes, sharp tongue, and an unnerving ability to send her pulse skittering at the worst possible moments. Falling for him is unthinkable because the king is the last of his line, and as the specter of his 21st birthday and the full force of his curse approaches, the kingdom holds its breath. But there's only one way to save a dying king, and it lies with the one person who's hiding the biggest secret of all, Surprise. I don't know if I said that right. So I'm wondering if Surprise is on maybe a secret mission to do something, if she's holding this secret or what. I do feel like it's going to be giving enemies to lovers. Like, look at this. Potentially some tension, some banter. And then I'm pretty sure this is going to be a series, but I'm wondering if like everything for the Half King is going to be tackled in this book, and then like the next one would be one with Perilous Beauty, like the rest of the firstborns that are cursed, or if it's just gonna follow the same couple. I think I would like if we get to the other firstborns and see their stories as well. I don't know, just a thought. I think I would like that. And then on the back it says, a kingdom of secrets, a palace of lies, and a curse that could shatter her world. And on the front it says, his curse, her fate. And she's a little bit thick. So we have a total of 381. It's not too thick, but like sometimes romanticies take a little bit because we do have world building, and then there's usually a bunch of pronunciations that they got going on because it's fantasy. And then the original price on this was $32.99. Now we have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I'm looking forward to this one. I've heard nothing but good things, and I'm pretty sure this is also supposed to be a romantasy. And we have these kind of like ice blue edges. They look nice. And these are only for the first print runs. And then it also has in-page art of our main characters. And it's the same. It is so pretty. And this is also the start of a series. Okay. So the best-selling sensation When the Moon Hatched is a fast-paced fantasy romance featuring an immersive, vibrant world with mysterious creatures, a unique magic system, and a love that blazes through ages. I love fast-paced romance. Okay. As an assassin for the rebellion group Fio de At, Reeve's job is to complete orders and never get caught. When a rival bounty hunter turns her world upside down, blood spills, hearts break, and Reeve finds herself imprisoned by the Guild of Nobles, a group of powerful fae who turn her into a political statement. Crushed by the loss of his great love, Khan Vigor took the head of a king and donned his melted crown. Now, on a tireless quest to quell the never-ebbing ache in his chest, a clue lures him into the capital's high-security prison, where he stumbles upon the imprisoned Reeve. Echoes of the past race between them. There's more to their story that meets the eye, but some truths are too poisonous to swallow. So I wonder if this is one of those situations where they're lovers in past lives. I don't know. Because, I mean, something is sending Khan to get Reeve. And then it's like echoes of the past race. So I'm thinking in past lives, they were lovers. That would make sense. I don't know. Or maybe it's one of those situations where they were also past lovers, but like someone's memory was wiped, so they don't remember being past lovers. That would be good too. I mean, I'm here for either or. And she's a thick one. The thickest so far. This has a total of 547 pages. And then there's also a little family tree in the back, which is nice. And then it's also said that the next book is coming out fall 2025. And then the original price on this book was $32. Okay, next we have Wisteria by Adalyn Grace. I've been meaning to get this one for the longest time. Now I finally have her. So this is book 3 in the Belladonna series, which this is also the final book in the series. Also, look how pretty the hardcover is. Stunning. And then the edges. I mean the end pages. And all the books in the series are like this. They're so pretty. I'm not finished reading book 2, so I'm not gonna read it. This is book 1, Belladonna, and then book 2 is Foxglove. So I'm not gonna read anything because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But I really enjoyed the first one. Like after fully reading it, it's so good. It kind of has like Beauty and the Beast vibes, retelling that type of whimsical fantasy, and these are like romanticities. Yeah, I really enjoy them. So I'm kind of sad that the series is over because it's really good, but looking forward to how it all ends. This has a total of 425 pages, and then the original price is $19.99. Now moving on, we have Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And then as you can see, the Target exclusive gives me 17 pages behind the scenes with the author bonus content. You can't see, they're like in that stack, but Jennifer did the Inheritance games, which it started as a trilogy, and then more books started getting added to that series, and then she also made a spin-off series. I've read the books 1, 2, 3 of the Inheritance games, and then I have book 4 to continue. But from what I hear, it's sort of a continuation, sort of not. Like you don't need to read it, but you can for more in the world, whatever. But this one is a series of stories that essentially like take place in the universe. So these are all her published books, but this is the Inheritance games, and then this is the Grandest Game series. This is from her spin-off of the Inheritance game series, trying to break it down. And then she has a contents page, but the contents page gives you a timeline of essentially where some of the stories in this book take place. So for reference, there's a book that's in this one that says the same backward as forward. You can read that one first, and then you could go to the Inheritance games, and then it's a whole thing. But it's essentially a timeline of how you can like tandem read all the books in the Inheritance games universe and then the Grandest Games universe, since it's a spinoff. I'm not gonna read everything, but I'll read the back for y'all. For the 4 Hawthorne brothers and the heiress who inherited the billionaire grandfather's fortune, there is always another mystery to be solved and always another game to be played. And when you love the way Hawthornes love, there is no going back. So, I mean, like, I've enjoyed the series, so I'm looking forward to like reading these, and I'm already seeing some of the bonus content. Oh, that looks good. But it has a total of 434 pages, and then the original price is $18.99. So now we're gonna move on to my other stack. I'm looking in like time-wise, I'm doing great. So next we have Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. I love Lana Ferguson. Ever since I've read The Nanny by her, all of the books she writes, I buy. And they're so good. And I just know this one's gonna be good. This is like a fantasy romance, because as you can see under Lock and Key, it's supposed to be like the Loch Ness Monster type vibe. A woman discovers that not all monsters are her enemy. the opposite. In fact, in this new paranormal romance by Lana Ferguson, USA Today bestselling author of The Fake Mate, Kiana Key McKay is used to secrets. She was raised by a single father who never divulged his past, and it's only after his death that she finds herself thrust into a world he always refused to speak of, with just a childhood bedtime story about a monster that saved her father's life and then the names of her estranged grandparents to go off of. Key has no idea what she'll find in Scotland, but repeating her father's mistakes and being rescued by a gorgeous, angry Scotsman who thinks she's an idiot is absolutely the last thing she expects. Lachlan Greer has his own secrets to keep, especially from the boony lass he pulls to safety from the slippery shore, a lass with captivating eyes and a last name he's been taught not to trust. He's looking for answers as well, and Key's presence on the grounds they both now occupy present a real problem. It's even more troublesome when he gets a front row seat to the lukewarm welcome Key receives from her family. The strange power she begins to display and the fierce discrimination she brings to every obstacle in her path, things he shouldn't care about, and someone he definitely doesn't find wildly attractive. When their secrets collide, it becomes clear that Lachlan could hold the answers Kiana is after, and that she might also be the key to uncovering his. Up against time, mystery, and a centuries-old curse, they'll quickly discover that magic might not be in fairy tales and that love can be a real Loch mess. So I'm thinking if Lachlan's family is saying to stay away from Key's family, that maybe there's a curse with their family, so they have to stay away from each other. Or one family is the Loch Ness monster and the other family is hunters, so they have to stay away. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. But it seems to be a quick read. And the last time Lana did a paranormal romance was The Fake Mate, and I enjoyed that one so good. So I'm looking forward to this one. I have high hopes, and hopefully it doesn't let me down. This has 390 pages, and then it also has a sneak peek of her next book. It's already on my TBR, Overruled. So that's going to be nice. And the original price was $19. Next, we have Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. I've been wanting this book for the longest time. Every time I would go in Target, they didn't have this book. And this is also, so this series has already been like written and completed, but they're republishing the series. So I was trying to wait so I can get the new cover so the entire series could match. Finally, I have this. And also with them being republished, it's also like a deluxe edition. So we have the character art of a female main character, and then character art of a male main character. And then it's also, if I can show y'all, digitally signed by the author. That was a nice surprise. But yeah, I've been waiting to get this one. And book 2 is coming out this month, I believe. And I don't know if all of them are going to, you know, have like character art and signatures, or if it's like first print runs, or if it's certain books in the series, because I think there's between like 5 and 7 books. But I finally have book 1. She's the sweetest sin he's ever committed. Dr. Cal Anderson assumes his heart worked at some point, but now his cold, emotionless existence gives him an edge as a fixer and an in-house physician for the mafia, while his judgment is impartial and complication-free. Until Helena Ricci, his boss's 20-year-old daughter. After admiring the heartless doctor from afar most of her life, Helena catches him in a moment of weakness, and the pair share a night of passion as they attempt to work each other from their systems. Only the night seems to have the opposite effect. Helena is no longer a simple temptation to Cal, but a necessity, an obsession, one he won't let anyone stand in his way of, even if that means crashing her wedding to another man, forcing her hand in marriage, and stealing her away to the corrupt island of which he resides. alone with the man of her nightmares, Helena starts to chip away at the layers of ice surrounding his hardened heart. But the warmth and delicious depravity from her new husband may not be worth the secrets unveiled or the lies that will forever be altered. So from USA Today, bestselling author Sav R. Miller comes a dark and twisted romance inspired by the Hades and Persephone myth. And this has bonus content, so it has author annotations, a prequel novella, and more. We love that. We love that. Yeah, so again, I've been wanting to read this, and I do love a good Hades and Persephone's retelling. I have a few that are like some favorites of mine that are good. So now, you know, assuming the entire series is going to be inspired by like Greek mythology characters, which no complaints for me, like I'm here for it. But she's complaining about going on an island where he resides. He lives on an island, or maybe he owns this island. Like, what's the big deal? He owns an island. Live your life. Seems to be good. And it seems like Cal is going to be more obsessed with Helena. I'm also excited to see how this like wedding crashing scene is going to go down. And also like how the father is going to react, because she's a mafia daughter. So, I don't know. We'll see what's happening. It is like semi-thick, but we're looking forward to that. Ooh. So it gives, it also gives you a little insight to the next book in the series and then the book after that. So it's a total of 425 pages. Oh no, JK. 428 pages, and then a little excerpt from books 2 and 3. So that'll be interesting. And then the regular price was $18.99. We're almost done. So now we have Hooked by Emily McIntire. I've already read this book. I love it. This is a collector's edition. Look how stunning this is. On the hardcover itself. And then edges, darling. Because obviously Hooked, I mean, Peter Pan, stunning. And then you have these, and then character art of our main characters, and then the electronic signature. I've shown Hooked on my channel before. I've shown all the books in the Never After series because I've read the entire series. The last book was actually released last month, I think. Read it, so good. And Hooked is in my top 3 of favorites. Hooked, Scarred, and then Hexed are my favorites. Hooked is Peter Pan, Scarred is The Lion King, and then Hexed is The Little Mermaid. And these are dark romance, and they're inspired by the Disney movies, but like that's it. And these focus on the villains, not so much, you know, your heroes that get showcased. So when I saw this, immediately I was like, I need to have it, with Hook being one of my favorites. Gorgeous. And then on the back it says, a little bit of faith, misplaced trust, missing pixie dust, and a villain who just needed to steal a little love. It's beautiful. I'm telling y'all, this is such a good book. The entire series though, there are a few that I guess it depends on like your dark romance scale of what you like. Read the trigger warnings if you need to, but this was one of my favorites. Absolutely loved it. She's stunning, and I'm glad to have this edition. And let me give you all the page count. This has 298 pages, and then the original price was $30.99. We're almost done, you guys. So this is the last one by Rachel Howzell Hall. She is stunning. Also, look at these edges. Another one with edges. And we also have art on the hardcover itself. Like, that's so pretty. And then we also have art on the end pages. Stunning. She's beautiful. But this is fantasy, and then it's also the start of a series. And then look, it has the little butterfly moth to match. Beautiful. Explosive and enthralling romantasy debut from New York best-selling author Rachel Howzell Hull. Thrown into a desolate land of sickness and unnatural beasts, Kai wakes in the woods with no idea where she is or how she got there. All she knows is that she cannot reach the Sea of Devour. Even this hellscape will get worse. But when she sees the village blacksmith fight invaders with unspeakable skill, she decides to accept his offer to help. Too bad he's as skilled at annoying her as he is at fighting. As she searches for answers, Kai only finds more questions, especially regarding the blacksmith who can ignite her body like a flame, then douse it with ice in the next breath. And no one is what or who they appear to be in the kingdom of Vinefredid. Bro, what? Vinefredid. That's what we're going to go with. Including the man whose secrets might be as deadly as the land itself. So this blacksmith is obviously from elsewhere. He has all these skills or whatever. He's not no regular blacksmith. That's for one. And Kai wakes up with no memory. She wakes up in the woods with no memory. Obviously, there's something going on. I'm wondering, though, if Kai and the blacksmith are, like, from the same place, but maybe only the blacksmith has memories, and maybe Kai doesn't. Or maybe the blacksmith doesn't have memories at all either, but, like, you know how your body has, like, muscle memory? So he can still have all these skills or whatever, but maybe he doesn't exactly remember where it came from. That's what we're going for. I don't know. And the back says, there are gods, there are humans, and then there's her. So maybe she's higher than that. I don't know. Or maybe she was so powerful, the gods threw her in the woods and took away her memory. And maybe the blacksmith is from, like, whatever realm or whatever the gods are from. That makes sense. I'm here for it. This book has a total of 425 pages. And then the original price was $32.99. Last book. This is The Perfect Marriage by Jeneva Rose. I have heard nothing but good things about this book, so I'm very excited. Also, look at her. Look at her. So this is a collector's edition. Look at the hardcover. Stunning. And then we also have the end pages. Stunning. But I've been wanting to read one of her books because everyone talks about it, and she does kind of like thriller mystery, but it's not super gory or anything like that. And if you've heard me talk on my channel before, I don't mind a good thriller mystery. Love it. But like when it gets too gory, it gets too crazy, I'm gone. Like, that's not for me. So I think I'm really gonna like this one. And the second book has already been announced. That one's coming out next month or maybe the month after that, but I like already know that one's coming out soon too. On the front it says, his mistress is dead, his wife is his only hope. Oh, and it says the collector's edition contains courtroom illustrations and a bonus chapter. Okay, So, Sarah Morgan is one of the best criminal defense attorneys in Washington, D.C. With a perfect case record and having made name partner before the age of 35, her life is going exactly as she planned. However, the same cannot be said for her husband, Adam, a failed author who's grown to resent his wife's success as he feels it comes at the expense of their relationship. For almost 2 years, Adam has kept his affair with Kelly Summers a secret. But everything changes when her body is discovered at the couple's lake house and Adam is arrested on suspicion of murder. Sarah now finds herself facing her most challenging case yet when she files to defend her husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. While Adam is certainly guilty of sleeping with Kelly, the question remains, is he guilty of killing her too? That's a good question, because if Adam didn't kill her, who did? Because it obviously seems like Sarah is not the murderer, unless she is. But I mean, it seems like the affair was kept a secret, so maybe Sarah didn't know. But if she did know, she would be a suspect. But like, if Adam isn't a suspect, then who is? Because this didn't give me many names to find suspects of who murdered this. So yeah, I like a little good mystery here. And from this like synopsis, it's kind of giving like a Lifetime movie murder mystery. I like this. And this also says that it gives a sneak peek of the first 3 chapters in the sequel, The Perfect Divorce. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be really good. I was trying to see, oh, the illustrations look really cute. I was trying to flip to a page with illustrations so y'all can see what that looks like, but I was flipping kind of fast. Hold on. So I can show what those look like. Okay. So like, these are some of the illustrations of the courtroom. I think it's cute. And this has a total of 346 pages, and then the original price was $32.99. So those are all my books. I'm not gonna read through all of those again because that's a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books. That's a lot. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And check out some of these books. A lot of these books have been on my TBR for a long time, so very, very excited to read them. And you know, as always, see y'all in the next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button down below. Peace and blessings, my loves.